Hey, what's going on, guys? Commissioner Double A here, bringing you guys a late night tutorial. I'm going to try to make this as short and simple as I can, but I want to show you guys all the availability that's at your disposal to manage your teams in our Dynasty League exclusively on Sleeper. So, one of the amazing things that we have at our disposal is that the draft itself is not the only way to get competitive, stay competitive, and dominate this league. So I want to show you guys what you're able to do so that you guys can do this tonight if you're up, as I am, tomorrow morning during church when you're not paying attention, or before the draft. One of the biggest satisfactions that you're going to get from being in person is that you're going to be able to broker negotiate deals. You could do it remote, obviously. It's not going to hinder you not being in person, but you're not going to get that same satisfaction level of brokering a deal. But stay tuned when the draft comes up, and you guys will be able to process this as well. But I want to show you guys, if you go, I'm going to turn on the touch. If you go to team, then trades, the trade block will show you guys everybody that we put on the block. I'll show you guys this here in a second. But if you go up to trade here, this page is going to show you everybody's roster. You can show interest in a player and let the manager know that you're interested in it. So for example, let's say I go to Nelson, I'm interested in Barkley, I heart that. Let's say I go over here to Henry, I'm interested in, let's say, Collins, I heart that, right? Let's say I go to Isaac and I'm interested in Prescott, I heart that. Boom. Now they all know that I'm interested in those players. I can also put players on the block. So just how you guys saw Chase Edmonds as the example. Let's say I want to come up here and I want to put just for argument's sake, Josh Allen. Boom. I put him on the block. Okay. The amazing thing too is, let's say you know that someone's interested in your player, and let's say you're interested in someone else's player and they're interested in someone else's player. So let's say me, Nelson, and Isaac want to broker a trade. So I can go here. Let's say I send Chase Edmonds to Nelson. Let's say he sends me Barkley. Actually, we'll say I'll send Chase Edmonds to Isaac, and then Isaac sends Nelson a first draft pick. Boom. Okay. You can see picks, you can see players, you view the proposal, boom, here's the breakdown of what everybody gets. You put a time limit of it on 1 hour, end of day, so on and so forth. Remember, our trade deadline is week 9, and then it'll send us direct message, or you can send it in public as well. Send the trade proposal. What's amazing is each individual player could counter to that trade offer, right? So if I don't like the deal, if I don't want to give up Josh Allen, I can go in there and change it and say I'll give you X player instead, or X draft capital, right? So that in itself is amazing. The second cool part of this is going to be that you can go down here and these players are on your taxi squad. So what that means is they don't take up a slot in your regular bench, and they can stay up there from their rookie season up to year 2. We have till week 2, and then after that it will lock. What happens is, after that, these players will stay here, and if you want to bring them into your active squad, you would click on them. So let's say I want to bring out Noah Gray, put them into the bench, and they will move from here to there. Just be mindful, once you do that, they cannot go back, okay? Once you bring them out of the taxi squad, there is no going back. They're on your active squad. So if you don't have the slots to make sure that they come out, you'll have to drop a player. Let's say Kelsey gets hurt. I need to pull out Gray. Boom, pull him out. He's not my starter. We're good to go, right? But let's say Kelsey comes back. I can't put Gray back into the taxi squad once that happens. Okay. So once he's out, I'll be able to play him. But if he's in the taxi squad, he's not affecting your roster spots. He's not taking up a space, but his points also don't count. So he's not in your active starters, okay? He's not in your bench. He's kind of Think of it like the reserve squad, okay? But that's another good feature that you have available to you. And so just keep that in mind when you go through. Put players on the block so that everybody's aware of who you're trying to move or what you're trying to do. You can even put your picks on there. We'll talk about fat budget. I went over this multiple times last year, but I want to make sure everybody's on the same page because that is another huge important part of this. And then trades will be, again, till week 9. That'll be a huge factor into this. It'll be more of a factor this year than the waiver will. That being said, I hope that all makes sense for you guys. Make sure that you guys stay active. If you guys have any questions, definitely send them my way. Go ahead and place those players that draft capital on the trade block so that everybody's aware of what's available. We'll definitely talk tomorrow night. Get excited, get pumped. And like I said, this is only going to get better year after year. See you guys there, 7:15 sharp. I will be there. Make sure that you guys get ready to pop off. Commissioner AA signing out.